All right, good morning, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. Thank you for joining us this morning for the 8:45 docket for the City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. We will be conducting the Zoom docket. I will be calling the docket here in a few minutes. Just so everyone is aware, we are currently live streaming on YouTube in order to comply with the open courts provision. There is no other outside recording allowed, so we ask that you please comply with that request. We also have court staff on the call, as well as Mr. Dixon, who is the court prosecutor, okay? Some of you will be visiting with Mr. Dixon likely here in a few minutes, okay? And if that's the case, we will be sending you into a breakout room. All right, I'm gonna call the docket and then go over some preliminary instructions, okay? I'm gonna call the docket. If you're here, please let me know you're here either by taking yourself off of mute or by waving to me, okay? All right, first I have Lauren Arevalos. Thank you, ma'am. Nestor Barbosa. Nestor Barbosa. William Blake. William Blake. Christopher Bonnet. Christopher Bonnet. James Brazel. James Brazel. Paul Angelo Chavez. Paul Angelo Chavez. Javier Cruz Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Kyle Wang Davis. Kyle Wang Davis. Cruz Diosdado. Cruz Diosdado. Thank you, sir. Isaiah Esquivel. Isaiah Esquivel. Garrett Faulkner. Garrett Faulkner. I see you there, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Ryan Phelan or Phelan. Ryan Phelan. Charity Fowler. Charity Fowler. Thank you. Alberto Garcia Jr. Thank you. Julian Garcia. Julian Garcia. Lucila Garcia.
Here.
Thank you. Crystal Garza. Crystal Garza. Raymundo Gomez. Raymundo Gomez. Alexandria Guerrero. Alexandria Guerrero. Jonathan Hernandez Uranga. Jonathan Hernandez Uranga. Alma D. Hernandez. Alma D. Hernandez. Carrie Hoerman. Carrie Hoerman. Thank you. Whitney Klarman. Thank you. Richard Crudwig.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Luis Lopez. Thank you. Aus Mangihemo. Aus Mangihemo or Ause Mangihemo. And Eva Marengo Sanchez.
Judge, I am here for her. I'm her attorney.
Okay, thank you. It's Ms. Hahn, is it?
Yes, Judge.
Great, thank you. And Ms. Hahn, had you already spoken with the prosecutor?
I have not yet, Your Honor.
Did you want to speak with him or?
Yes, please.
Okay. We're going to send you into a breakout room with Mr. Dixon.
Thank you, Judge.
Great, thank you. All right, is there anyone I missed? Okay, great, thank you. We're going to proceed with the docket. Just like I said, just some few preliminary instructions. I believe for most of you, if not all of you, this is your initial appearance. So this is your first appearance in court. What that means is that you will need to enter a plea on your case or cases. You have three options: guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, self-explanatory, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case. If you plead no contest, you're not admitting guilt. You just want to resolve the matter. You're not contesting the violation. You understand the charges against you. You're not admitting guilt. You just want to resolve the matter and you do not want to contest the charges. That would be a plea of no contest. If you do want to contest the charges, your plea would be not guilty. That means there's an issue with the ticket, the stop, the case that's being brought against you. There's some issue that you have with that, and you would like to resolve that with a trial. That would be a plea of not guilty. All right. You do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. Okay. You have a right to waive a jury trial and instead have a non-jury or bench trial. That means the case would be heard by me or the other judge in Olmos Park. Okay. That's a bench trial. Neither of those trials will take place today. They will be scheduled for a later date and time. You will, however, today have the opportunity to visit with the prosecutor and see if there's any way of resolving the matter today. And if there isn't, we will then set you for a pre-trial hearing, which would then give you the opportunity to discuss any evidence with the prosecutor and to see if he has any additional evidence that he can present to you at that time. Okay, that's a pre-trial hearing. That's if you choose the option of pleading not guilty and then setting your case for trial. All right. For those of you that want to resolve your cases today, there are some options available to you. Most of you are probably here on traffic violations and would likely want to try to keep that off your driving record if at all possible. There are some options available to you. The first of which is the driving safety course. If you have not taken that driving safety course in the last 12 months for a ticket dismissal, you may be eligible. All right. You must have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance. If you have those two items and you have not taken the course, you may be eligible for a ticket dismissal for one moving violation. Okay. There are court fees associated with the driving safety course that must be paid to the court in full, and then you would have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. All right. The only thing we would ask of you is to return with a copy of your certificate of completion from your course, as well as a copy of your driving record. Now, if you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course. If you are under 25 years of age, you are required to take that course by state law. Okay. Now, if you do not qualify for the driving safety course, you may qualify for deferred disposition. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's a deferral period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation. There is a special expense fee paid for the case or cases. And again, that will vary from case to case, depending on the violation charged. If you comply with the terms of the probation, the case is closed out, dismissed, and does not appear as a conviction on your record. There may be some requirements placed upon you during the deferral time. Perhaps complete community service hours, attend a course, maintain insurance, obtain your driver's license, etc. It will just vary from case to case, again, depending on the violation that you've been charged with. Okay. Again, if you were successfully completed, it does not appear as a conviction on your record. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, again, you are not eligible for the driving safety course. If you are under 25 and you choose the deferral option, you must also take the driving safety course as a condition of the deferral. All right. Now, if you're here and you need a payment plan, are requesting community service hours, need an extension, etc., I'll be happy to address that with you momentarily when I call you up individually. If you are here with multiple violations, you will likely be visiting with the prosecutor in hopes that perhaps maybe you can reach a plea bargain with him. If that's the case, you will be sent into a breakout room to discuss your cases with him one-on-one individually. All right, you'll see a pop-up screen come up on your device there that will say breakout room. If you'll click on that when it's your turn, you'll go into a breakout room with Mr. Dixon. All right, I'll be happy to address any questions specific to your cases here in a few minutes. Please be patient. There's quite a few of you on the call this morning. We'll try to get through it as efficiently as we can. I know everyone has other places they need to be. All right. Thank you again for your patience, and we'll get started with the docket. Mr. Dixon.
On Ms. Hahn's case, I've got a plea offer and I'm going to leave it open for 30 days and reset till February 11th. And that plea offer is $144 and 30 days deferred. And then the reset date is February 11th.
Okay, Ms. Hahn.
Yes, Judge, that is the offer. I've conveyed it to my client and we'll hopefully have this taken care of.
Very good. So we'll set you again for the 8:45 docket. Is that fine?
Yes, Judge.
A month from now, if it's not resolved by then?
Yes, Judge.
All right, fantastic. All right, you're free
Thank
to go.
you very
Thank you very
much.
much. Thank you. All right, first up I have, and just again, so everyone is aware, we are going in alphabetical order. All right, so I have Miss Lauren Arevalos first up.
Yes, hi Judge, thank you.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Morning, good, thank you.
Good. So you have a speeding charge 51 in a 30-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay. I need to ask, would you like a trial by judge or trial by judge or trial by jury?
So is the only way to talk to prosecutors to plead no contest?
No, you can speak to him now if you'd like.
Oh, I would like to.
Okay. Hang on, and you'll go into a breakout with him momentarily, okay?
Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Okay, next up I have Javier Cruz Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you this morning?
Pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. All right, so you have a charge here for wrong, fictitious, altered, or obscured license plate. How do you plead on that one?
No contest.
Okay, and then you have another case for operating a motor vehicle without a license plate or with only one license plate. How do you plead on that?
No contest.
Okay, and let me ask you: has that been corrected? Does your vehicle now have two license plates displayed?
Yes, ma'am. At that time, the front license plate wasn't on. That is now on, and then the rear license plate, it had a cover on it. It was a clear cover, but it was tinted, and that was taken off as well.
Okay. And do you have photos of that, or have you submitted that already?
No, ma'am. I wasn't aware that I had to submit any photos.
Okay. Are you able to take some photos and then email that to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If they check out, then I will. Then they would qualify. These cases would qualify for a dismissal, and it would be $10 dismissal fees on each of those for a total of 20.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So if you could take photos of that, just showing the front and back plates, that they're clearly that you can clearly view them and they're not obscured, and that they're both displayed properly. If you could email those photos to the court, they should qualify then for the $10 dismissal fees.
Yes, ma'am. And the email for the court, would that be on the citation or?
It should be on the paperwork that was sent to you for the Zoom hearing today.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Any additional questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Just make sure you email that into the court, and then they'll give you further instructions on how to make payment for that dismissal fee. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. You're free to go. Have a good day.
Me too.
Thank you. Okay, I have Cruz Diosdado. You're on mute, sir.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Sure. How are you today?
I'm good.
How old are you?
20 years old.
Okay. All right, you have a charge here for operating a motor vehicle without a license plate or with only one license plate. How do you plead?
No content.
And you have another one for driving while license suspended. How do you plead on that one?
I was guilty on that one.
Okay. What's going on with the license plate? Did you get that fixed?
Yes, ma'am. I got that fixed already. At the time, whenever I got pulled over for the license plate, he pulled me over because I had no license plate in the front, and I had just left the vehicle guy, the car ownership, whoever it is. I had just left them and ordered a new plate, so the plate was already going to be on the way. So I was on my way home, and then that's when they got me on Olmos, and then he found out my license was revoked, and then at the time. Also, I was paying an SR22, and I still am paying an SR22. I have like 1 month left for the SR22.
Okay. What's the status of the driver's license right now?
Still, I think it's still revoked until I pay next month, my last month, until I pay it off.
All right. So can you get your driver's license reinstated, or is there something else holding you back?
No, I think I can get it reinstated. We're just doing that. That's the only thing that's really holding me back.
Okay. Would you like an opportunity to get your driver's license reinstated and keep this one off your record?
I mean,
Or did you just want to pay the fine?
Yeah. What was the fine?
All right. So you're looking at a fine now of $305 total, or you can pay a fee of $325 and be on the deferral for 6 months, and you'd have to get your driver's license within the next 5 months.
I guess I'll be fine with the 305.
Okay. Can you pay that today, or do you need more time?
I think I got like a little bit more time. That's fine too.
Did you need a payment plan, or are you able to pay that in full in 30 days?
I could pay within the full 30 days.
Okay. Now, the other one, do you have a photo of the license plate being corrected?
No, I can't take a picture of it. Though I don't drive that car no more. But if y'all need a picture of it, I could still.
Yeah, take a picture of it for me, email it to the court, and that'll be a $10 dismissal fee, okay?
Okay.
All right, so $10 on that with a photo. And then $305, you just want to pay the fine, correct?
Yeah.
You understand that's a conviction on your driving record?
And you're saying that if I don't pay it and just get what were you saying? If I don't pay it, what?
Now, if you pay $325, you will be on a deferral period for 6 months, which means no tickets during the 6 months. And I also give you time to get your driver's license, but you have to return to court with proof of the driver's license.
Okay, yeah, I'll just do 305. Sorry.
Okay, 305, that's due in 30 days, okay? All right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any questions?
No, thank you.
All right, so make sure you send in a photo, and then you'll get further instructions on when your due date is for payment, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a great day. Stay well.
Take the picture of the license. The email will be on the letter y'all sent us, right?
Correct. So take a photo of the front and back license plates.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you. All right, next up I have Garrett Faulkner.
Right here.
Hi, Mr. Faulkner. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Thank you.
Good. Let's see here. You have a charge for, I'm sorry, let me ask you, how old are you?
20.
20. Okay. You have a failure to maintain financial responsibility. How do you plead on that?
No contest.
And then you have a charge for failure to signal required distance before turn. How do you
Guilty.
plead? Okay. What is going on with the insurance? Do you have that now, or?
I do. I got insurance at Amex the morning after getting pulled over, and I was on the job. I'm a full-time Instacart driver. I was delivering groceries at the time of being pulled over, and I wasn't able to complete the delivery, and it was impounded.
Oh,
but
wow.
I was able to get insurance the morning after.
Okay. All right. So now you do have insurance in your name, correct?
Correct. I have not yet submitted photos of those, however.
Okay. So the fee for the deferral on the insurance to keep that off your record is $325. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. you would be required to maintain that insurance for the next 6 months. And upon the conclusion of the 6 months, you do have to present proof to the court that the insurance was maintained for the entirety of the 6 months. All right. If it is, if we're able to confirm that it was maintained for the 6-month period, the case is closed out, dismissed, and does not appear as a conviction on your record. All right. Can you make a payment towards the $305 today?
Yes, I can.
Or
305 or 325?
sorry, I'm looking at the fee, but yes, it's 325. Is that something you're able to pay today in full, or do you need additional time as a payment plan?
I actually only have about 305 right now, so it would take me just a few days extra.
Okay, so I'll give you, how about I give you 2 weeks to come up with the entire amount? All right, so that'll be due.
That works.
Due in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you can contact the court about making that payment. Okay, and if you do go in person, they will give you some paperwork to fill out. If you do go in person, make sure you wear a mask when you do visit the court. All right.
Absolutely.
For the failure to signal required distance before turn. Let me ask you one more question though. I have a note here that you have a New Mexico license. Is that correct?
I do, yes.
All right. Any reason why you don't have a Texas driver's license?
Just failure to go in and get my Texas license.
All right. So might want to try to get that sooner rather than later. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We're gonna
And to pay in person, is that 120 West El Prado Drive?
Correct. All right.
Okay.
So the failure to signal required distance before turn, I'm going to have that run concurrently with your insurance violation. I'm going to waive the fee on that. Assuming you can comply with the terms of the other, you won't owe any money on that. Just do not get any moving violations during that 6-month period. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll waive any requirement for the driving safety course because you do not have a Texas driver's license. Okay.
Got it.
All right. But I do want you to get that Texas driver's license since you are living here and working here. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that's going to be the additional requirement on your violations. So to maintain the insurance and also get the driver's license within the next 5 months. Okay.
Absolutely.
So we will need proof of those 2 things at the conclusion of the deferral. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Just make sure you contact the court about making that payment, which is due in the next 2 weeks, and then they will give you your deferral paperwork. Your deferral will not begin until the date you pay.
Okay. Got it.
All right. If you have any questions between now and then, please contact the court and they will be happy to help you out. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Have a great day. Stay well. Mr. Dixon.
Judge, I've got a plea agreement on Lauren Arevalos.
Okay.
She's going to plead no contest, 30 days deferred, $184 fine, lump sum, and that'll be due by Friday, January 22nd.
Very good. Mr. Arevalos?
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Is that your understanding of the plea offer from the prosecutor?
Yes.
And you are in agreement with that?
Yes.
All right, very good. I will go ahead and accept that offer and plea bargain agreement, and then your payment will be due next Friday, the 22nd.
Great. Thank you.
All right, have a great day. Stay well.
Have a good. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Next up, I have Charity Fowler. Hi, Ms. Fowler, are you on mute? Still on mute. There we go.
Okay, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Let's see here. You have a few charges here. You have failure to maintain insurance. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. You have one for no seatbelt driver. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. And then you have another one for wrong, fictitious, altered, or obscured license plate. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Since you do have multiple violations, I am going to have you visit with the prosecutor, Mr. Dixon. Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully you can resolve those cases today. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Great. Thank you. All right, next up I have Alberto Garcia Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good. You?
Good. How old are you, sir?
16.
You have a parent there with you or a guardian?
Yes.
Is that your dad or your guardian?
My
Yeah.
dad.
And your name, sir?
Alberto Garcia,
Senior.
Senior. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. Mr. Garcia Jr., you have a charge here for no driver's license. How do you plead?
No contest.
You have another one for failure to signal the required distance before turn. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. Then you have another one for possession of drug paraphernalia. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right. So you have, what's the status of the driver's license?
No, he was in San Antonio at the time, ma'am. So he's back in Corpus Christi now with me. He was visiting with his mother, and I think it was he was riding around with another lady that did have her license, and she was showing him how to drive. I haven't tried to get him a license. He barely got back into school. He barely got back with me. So we're just working on school right now for real.
Okay. You're enrolled in school, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What grade are you in?
10th.
10th grade?
Yes, ma'am.
How's school going?
Good. It's going.
All right. Your grades are okay?
He just got back, man. He did miss a lot of school while he was over there in San Antonio. He missed a few months.
Okay.
So when he got back, I was, I had to get him back in, and then we're trying to get him back caught up, and he might have to do some summer school as well. But we're trying to straighten it out.
Sure. Well, the semester just started, right? So.
Yeah.
All right. And he's going to be living with you full time, sir?
Oh yeah. I have custody of all my kids. He had wanted to go over there and visit with his mother. I didn't realize that it was going to go left.
Okay. All right. All right. Well,
Judge, Charity Fowler has not entered the breakout room since we.
all right.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. I keep going
Can
over
you
there.
hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, 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 yes, ma'am. Now it's coming up. Join the break room.
Yeah,
Okay.
join that. Click that. There you go.
All right, I'm gonna head over.
Okay, try that. See if that works.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Garcia Jr. Well, are there any plans to get a driver's license, or are you just going to take the driving course through school or anything like that? Or are you just looking to wait till you turn 18 and then do it at that point?
Till I turn 18 and then do it at that point.
Okay. All right. And then what's going on with the possession of drug paraphernalia? What's going on there?
It was just in the moment type of thing. It was just a mistake.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're 16 years old. That's a mistake that could, run with you the rest of your life, right? You understand that?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the first two are traffic tickets. This one's a Class C misdemeanor. All right. It's a crime, possession of drug paraphernalia. It's still a Class C. It's not punishable by any jail time, but it's punishable by a fine. And if it is a conviction, it goes on your record. Okay. What do you want to do after school?
Probably
Work or get military or go to college, or what are you looking at?
military.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Well, they look at your record, they look at all that stuff. They look to see how you did in school and how you do on their exams. And then they also look to see what kind of life you've led, right? They want to see what kind of citizen you are. So you don't want to have a bunch of charges on your record, right?
No, ma'am.
All right, so let's try to make better decisions here. All right.
Yeah.
You're back with your dad. You know, he says you're back in school, so you got to keep your grades up there. All right. I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor because there's several violations here, but I need you to understand the severity of the possession of drug paraphernalia charge. Okay, it's a drug offense. You really don't want that on your record. Okay, so hopefully we can place you on a deferral for that, but I will require some sort of community service hours and probably a class. Okay.
I have a question, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
He is back here in Corpus. How would that work?
I can let you do it there.
He could do it here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay,
right.
that would be good. Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor when he's back from speaking with the other defendant. And if you'll wait a few minutes, he'll be back, and then you can go into a breakout room with him and hopefully reach a plea bargain and try to resolve these cases. Okay. Mr. Garcia, are you able to make any kind of payment on these today?
What would be the total on that?
It's going to depend on what kind of plea bargain he has that he's going to offer you. But I mean, as of right now, the total is over $600. Okay. But hopefully you can work out some sort of plea bargain. Are you working, Mr. Junior, I guess? Are you working? No, just school?
Just school, ma'am. Just
okay.
School.
All right. Well, let's focus on the school for now. Let me have you visit the prosecutor, and then hopefully we can work something out, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Just hang on a minute. Thank you.
Don't do it.
All right. Lucia Garcia?
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. All right. Here, you have a charge of no driver's license. How do you plead?
No contest.
And you have one for failure to maintain financial responsibility. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. What's going on with the driver's license?
In the process, I got my education certificate.
Okay.
But I wasn't aware that we had to email pictures. So I have not done that.
Okay. So you've taken the written portion of it. Is that correct?
Yes. I took in the class, the 6-hour class.
All right. So you just need to go take the driving portion of the exam?
Yes, I've tried multiple times, but I don't think I will be able to, like with the 6 feet apart, I don't think they will let somebody in the car with me. Because I've tried and they don't have no driving services available. I've tried online and I've tried calling them.
To make an appointment?
Yes.
Okay. I think they are taking appointments. I know they weren't for a while, but I think they're taking appointments again. Mm-hmm. Okay. So you might want to keep trying so you can get that scheduled. It might be a few months out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But you do need to get that scheduled so you can get that driver's license. And I can place you on a deferral for that. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Where are you on the insurance?
Yes, I also got it completed.
All right. So now you have insurance?
Yes.
You're listed on that policy?
No.
Your name is on
there? The car is not. The car isn't under my name.
Okay. But you're not on that policy.
No, but it is insured.
Okay. So the car's insured, but I need you to be insured. All right. Unless you just want to pay the fine on that ticket. If you wanted to keep it off your record, you would have to maintain insurance in your name.
Yeah, I won't be able to do that. The car isn't mine.
Okay. All right. They do have, there are some options that are available to you. There is non-owner's insurance, which covers you. It doesn't cover the, it doesn't follow the car. It covers you, the driver. All right. Or you could be added to that policy. But if you don't think that's an option, then you're looking at a fine of $305.
That will be the total?
That would be the total for that one. Then you still have the driver's license, which I'll keep that one at $184 without the additional fee. So you're looking at $489 total.
Okay. Yes, I'm still gonna have to pay it either way.
Okay. All right. Do you want an opportunity to be on a deferral to get your driver's license? To keep that one off your record.
A deferral. Like I have a certain amount of time to get my driver's license.
Correct.
I would want to, but I'm having trouble trying to make the appointment.
All right, so I'll go ahead and give you the chance to do it. If you run into problems, then you can just close it out and we'll pay the fine if you don't think you're going to be able to do it. But I'll give you the chance to try to get it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So you'll be on a deferral for 180 days on the driver's license. All right?
Okay.
Get the driver's license within the next 5 months. All right? If you're unable to, then you'll just have paid the fine, okay? And that closes it out. All right, so that one's 184. When can you pay that?
184 for no driver's license.
Or a $40 initial payment.
I could do the 184 today.
Okay. All right. Actually, if you could call the court tomorrow, they can process that over the phone, okay?
Okay.
All right. And then the other one for 305, can you pay that in 30 days or do you need a payment plan?
I could pay that one today also.
All right. All right. So let's just have you call the court tomorrow since we're in court session all day today. Call the court tomorrow by phone and they can process those payments for you.
Okay. And
right.
so once I pay these 2 tickets off, I have nothing else to complete.
Well, I'm going to give you the chance to get your driver's license. Unless you just don't think you're going to get it, then we'll just close them out tomorrow after you pay.
Okay. I think we could just close them out.
All right. So no deferral, just payment of fine tomorrow then, correct?
Yes.
All
yes.
Right. So those fines will be due tomorrow, the 15th. All right.
Okay. And can I have the total again? Because on the paper, it just shows driver's license.
Sure. $489.
$489. Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
All right, make sure you contact the court tomorrow to make that payment.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Stay well. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, I've got agreement on Charity Fowler. So on the no seatbelt, guilty plea, 180 days deferred, a $334 fine with a payment plan, and $50 down due by January 22nd.
Okay.
And then on the obscured license plate, that's going to be a compliance dismissal, no fee. She says it was weathered, dirty, and they got temporary tags. I've asked her to email that to the clerk.
Okay.
And then if she does everything, I'll dismiss the no insurance ticket.
Okay. Ms. Fowler? There we go.
There
Is
we
that-
go. Yes,
Is
ma'am.
that your understanding of the plea bargain offer from the prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're in agreement with that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and accept that plea bargain agreement. You'll have to make that initial payment by next Friday, the 22nd, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, at that time, you'll receive some additional paperwork and then your deferral will begin on the date you pay.
Okay, perfect.
All right, any other questions?
No, ma'am, that's it. Thank you so much. Y'all
Very
have a great day.
You do the same. Stay well. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dixon, you have Alberto Garcia Jr., who's with his father, Mr. Garcia Sr.
Okay, I'll go to the breakout room.
All right. I was explaining to him on the possession of drug paraphernalia charge, I would probably require some community service hours and a class as well.
In addition to any fine?
Correct.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right. Okay, next up I have Carrie Hoerman.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks.
Good. Is that how you say your last name?
It's Herman, so just pretend the O's not there.
All right, very good. Herman, I apologize for mispronouncing that.
Everybody does. I apologize for the action behind me.
That's okay. In these days of Zoom, anything goes, right? It seems like.
Exactly.
All right, so you have a charge here for defective stop lamps. How do you plead?
No contest.
All right, very good. It appears that you did email a photo of the rear lights and they're now properly working. That's correct.
Yes, I just don't have a receipt to show. I told the officer on site that I'd already bought the lamp, and so I don't have the receipt for it, but it was replaced immediately.
Okay, and you swear and affirm that they're properly working at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So it is a $10 compliance dismissal. I have viewed the photograph. That's what I was doing. So you do qualify for that dismissal. Can you pay that $10 today?
Yes.
All right. So if you just want to stop by the court or anytime between now and the next week or so.
Okay.
By the 22nd to make that payment, then we'll close it out.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right. You have a good day. Stay well.
Okay. You too.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Whitney Klarman.
That's me. I'm here.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm okay. And you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see here. You have a charge for disregard official traffic control device. How do you plead?
Not guilty. Or not, sorry, no contest.
No contest. Okay. And then you have another charge for failure to display driver's license. How do you plead on that?
No contest.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license and just didn't have it with you?
I didn't have it with me. I was delivering medications for HEB. I was following GPS and I turned left onto McCullough, which apparently is illegal. I have no idea why, but the sign is there. I went back and looked. I was following the car in front of me and the GPS that both turned left. And okay. I'm not familiar with the area. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even, it's fine. And then after I was pulled over, I went to reach for my wallet and it wasn't in my car. It was just one of those really bad days.
Okay.
But I do have a driver's license, yes.
And you're able to submit a photo of that to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If you're able to do that, I believe that is a $10 dismissal. Is that correct, Valerie? That one's a $10 as well. All right. So that if you're able to send us a photo by email, that would be a $10 dismissal fee on that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then on the other one, how did you want to handle that one? That one is a moving violation. Did you want to try to do the class for that or a deferral or what are you looking at? Or just pay
a deferred disposition would be preferable.
All right. Are you over 25 years of age?
Yes, I'm 26.
Okay. All right. So it would be $255 for the deferral for 90 days.
Okay.
All right. Are you able to pay that today or say tomorrow?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'll put you down for $255 plus the compliance dismissal fee. That would be $265 total for both. And that would be due tomorrow, the 15th. And you can call the court and do that by phone, or you can go in person. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Your deferral will begin tomorrow when you pay. Okay. No
Okay.
moving violations during that 90-day period. If you successfully comply with that, it's closed out and does not appear as a conviction.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. You're free to go. Just make sure you stop by the court tomorrow or contact them by phone.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. All right. Next up, I have Richard Crudwig. Mr. Crudwig, you are on mute.
Unmuted. I apologize, Your Honor.
No, you're fine. How are you today?
I'm doing very well. A little nervous though. I'm glad that you're doing well.
Oh, thank you. Well, don't be nervous. Let's try to get through this process. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
With least amount of stress as possible. Thank you for joining the call today. So you have a violation for running a stop sign. How would you like to plead on that case?
I'm not guilty for running a stop sign, Your Honor, and I do believe that the citation says I ran a red light.
Okay, very good. Do you have a copy of that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you speak with the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't believe he has a copy in front of him. But if you could maybe email that to the court, just show us what your copy says, and then we can see about resolving that. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm going to have you speak with him. He is in with someone else at the moment, but when he comes back, you're going to get a notice to go into a breakout room with him. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Just be patient, and you're welcome. And just hang on a few minutes. He'll be with you shortly.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right. I have Luis Lopez. Mr. Lopez, you're on mute.
Only,
Mr. Lopez.
only Spanish.
Okay, habla español.
Sí.
Okay, sí, me espera un momento, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Dixon.
Judge, I've got an agreement on Alberto Garcia Jr.
Okay.
On the possession of drug paraphernalia, going to plead no contest, 180 days deferred, $481 fine with a payment plan of $100 down by 1 week from tomorrow. Mr. Garcia Sr. Is asking for the full 6 months to have that payment plan play out. And then if Alberto Jr. does everything he's supposed to do, those other 2 charges will be dismissed.
All right, very good. Mr. Garcia Jr. and Sr. both, do you understand the plea bargain offer from the prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you're able to make that payment by next week?
Yeah, I could do it tomorrow if you want me to do it tomorrow.
Okay, that's fine. And then I will give you the 6 months for that payment plan. All right. I am gonna tack on 8 hours of community service that you'll have to do during the 6 months. Okay, and you can do that at any nonprofit where you live. Okay, in corporate.
Can he do it from my church?
Yes, sir.
Okay, appreciate that.
As long as it's a nonprofit organization.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then I do want you to take a, I'm not sure if they offer one in your area, some sort of drug awareness course, and if not, then an alcohol awareness course, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put drug awareness or alcohol awareness course, okay?
Okay.
And you need to do that within the 6 months, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you complete all that, your payments are made on time, then the prosecutor is offered to dismiss the other 2 violations, all right?
As well as the drug possession?
That will be closed out successfully and will not appear as a conviction if he's able to complete everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, it will show on his record that he received the violation, but that he successfully completed the deferral, okay? Any expunction would have to be a separate matter with a separate attorney.
Okay.
All right, all right. Any additional questions?
No.
All right, so just make sure you contact the court tomorrow to make that payment, sir.
Okay, can we get an excuse for school for today?
I believe we can do that, right? Rather, we can email something.
We could email something, yes.
Yes, we will email something. Do you,
I guess I'll get with,
yes, well, you'll need to contact the court or email them so they have your email address so they can email that back to you, okay?
okay,
All right, so the email address for the court is listed on that paperwork that was sent to you.
okay,
All right, and they'll be able to assist you there. And if you have any trouble, just contact them by phone.
you got it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Any additional questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
I got one more question.
Yes, sir.
Everything that we have to do, is that gonna be emailed to me as well?
Correct. It's going to be on the paperwork. Once we receive your payment, you're going to get some paperwork detailing everything we talked about.
Okay,
And it'll also have the due dates, okay? When everything is set to be completed.
all right, thank you.
All right, have a good day. Stay out of trouble, sir. All right, good luck with school. Mr. Dixon, you have Mr. Crudwig.
Okay.
I believe you're gonna try to email something to the court. There was an issue with the violation, I believe.
Okay.
He's being charged with stop sign violation, but he was given a citation for a stop light. So,
Okay.
anyway,
Who-
break up.
Is that what it says? Is that what the ticket says?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Crudwig.
Can we look at our copy of the ticket or?
Our copy says red light, but then in the system it says stop sign.
Okay.
For some reason.
So,
Not sure which one.
So I'll let you visit with Mr. Crudwig and breakout.
all right.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, I see Mr. Blake, you joined. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. How old are you, sir?
I'm 16, but my mom's on the Zoom meet too.
All right, ma'am, what is your name? Tammy Blake. Okay, thank you. All right, William, you are charged with running a stop sign. How do you plead on that case?
No contest.
All right. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, how long have you been driving?
I 3 months, I think. 3 months before I got the ticket.
Okay, is this your first one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, don't want to make it a habit, do we?
I don't want to make it a habit. No.
Okay, all right. All right, so how did you want to take care of this?
I want to take a defensive driving class.
Okay, all right. Once you take that course, you are not eligible for that course again for the next 12 months, okay? Just so you're aware.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right, all right. Mom, do you understand that? Okay, did he tell you about this right away or? Okay, all right. All right. Mr. Blake, what grade are you in at school?
I'm a sophomore at Alma Heights High School.
Okay. What do you want to do after high school?
Go to Texas A&M and study construction science.
Okay, very good. All right, just as I tell all the other young people that I see, you just don't want to make it a habit of racking up a long list of traffic violations. You don't want to build up any type of record, whether it be criminal or traffic or any other thing, okay? And I say that because if you're looking to go to colleges look at everything these days, okay?
Yes,
They
ma'am.
look at your grades, they look at your extracurricular, they look at your volunteer hours, they look at your record of all kinds, okay? Because they want to make sure that you are a good all-around citizen, all right? So just precautionary tale, don't make this a habit. Don't start building up traffic violations. It does have effects later on down the road for you. I know you're a newly licensed driver, so just be safe, be careful. I think you will benefit from the driving safety course again. So I'm going to have you take that, and it'll be you'll have 90 days to complete it. As soon as it's completed, you will be it will be closed out and does not appear as a conviction. Okay. Are you listed on your parents' insurance, or do you have insurance of your own?
I'm listed on my parents' insurance.
Very good. So we'll need a copy of your insurance and your driver's license and your payment, okay? So the payment will be $144, and I will give you until next Friday, the 22nd, to make that payment, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Miss Cammie, he will have the 90 days to complete that course, okay? Can you hear me, ma'am? Okay. You're on mute right now. Yeah, she's on mute.
Okay, now
All
I
right.
can hear you.
Perfect.
Tell me the last.
Sure.
I
So-
couldn't hear. I could see you, but I couldn't hear you.
Okay, sure. So the fee is $144. That's court fees. All right. And if you could pay that tomorrow, then he would have 90 days from tomorrow to complete the course. Okay. We would need a copy of the driver's license and insurance along with payment. All right. And at the end of the 90 days, we will need a certificate of completion as well as his driving record. All right. If we receive those two things by the 90 days, then it's closed out and does not appear as a conviction.
He's already started his own business and raised his own money
Very
to
good.
pay that.
All
So
right.
I think he's taking it pretty seriously. So after he does the defensive driving, when you said the driving record, what does that mean?
So you can request that from DPS in Austin. It's just a record of any moving violations he may have, which nothing's going to show up because this is his first one. But as a requirement of state law, we do need a copy of that as well. And the paperwork that you receive from the court will give you instructions on how to request that. You can request it by mail or over the internet. Okay.
Okay. So we just come in to pay that amount to the court?
Sure. If you do that, just make sure you wear a mask and they'll be happy to help you out.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, Mr. Blake, have a good day at school. Stay well. Thank you, Mom, for joining us. Y'all take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye now. Frank?
Judge, I'm gonna make that a warning on Crudwig.
Okay. Mr. Crudwig? Can you hear me, sir? You're on mute.
Yeah, he's on mute.
There we go.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Prosecutor's going to move forward with a dismissal of that case.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're very welcome. Have a good day. And I hope the experience wasn't too trying for you.
No, it's just fine now. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day. Stay well.
You too, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Señor López,
Yes.
¿cómo está?
Bien, bien. Gracias a Dios, bien.
Muy bien. Tiene un ticket por no tener licencia. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
Sí,
¿Culpable?
sí.
Okay. Tiene otro por no pararse en un alto. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
Sí, no lo vi, pero sí me voy a culpar.
Okay. ¿No tiene licencia? ¿O tiene licencia en otro estado o otro país?
La de mi país, Honduras.
Ok. ¿Y está válida o está vencida?
Dice que vence el 20 del 18.
Así que está.
Sí,
Sí, está
válida.
¿Está válida?
Sí.
¿Cuándo? ¿Qué es la fecha?
Es 12/03/2018.
Estamos 2021, ¿no?
2021, sí, o está. ¿Ya está vencida o sí va? Ok, está vencida, cierto. Yo pensé que era 18, sorry.
Ok.
Sí.
Ok.
Sí.
Ok. Así que, ¿qué quería hacer con estos tickets? ¿Nomás pagar las multas?
Sí, quería que pagarla y que sí, pues no tengo mucho dinero para pagar porque me dijeron que eran 500, parece.
Ok. ¿Está trabajando?
No.
No, no trabaja.
Sí, o sea, sí trabajo, pero por el momento mi trabajo está bajo. Trabajo para una compañía de AC.
Ok. ¿Y cuánto puede pagar hoy para cerrar el caso?
Pues, ¿de cuánto es el ticket?
Bueno, el de no pararse en un alto es 235.
¿Y el otro?
184.
Okay.
¿Hay alguna cantidad que puede pagar hoy?
Pues podía pagar 250.
Ok. Lo que voy a hacer es que pague el caso de no pararse en un alto por 235 y luego voy a cerrar el otro caso por no tener licencia, no va a tener que pagar nada en ese, ¿ok? Así que
Ok,
nomás tiene
gracias.
que pagar 235
Gracias.
y vamos a cerrar los dos casos, ¿ok?
Ok.
Y puede ir a la corte mañana para pagar.
Precisamente mañana o puedo ir otro día de la otra semana.
Puede ir a otro día. Le voy a dar hasta el día 22 de este mes.
Ok.
Una semana de mañana. Ok.
Ok.
Y puede ir cualquier uno de esos días. Ok.
Ok. El día 22, ¿a
O
qué
antes.
dirección?
120 El Prado.
120 El Prado. Ok, perfecto.
Ok.
Ok.
Ahí está la dirección en los papeles que le mandaron.
Ah, perfecto. Ok,
Ok.
gracias. Yo voy entonces y gracias.
Ok, así que la multa va a ser 235.
Ok.
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 ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
No, gracias. Gracias por todo.
Bueno, que pase buen día.
Igualmente, gracias.
Gracias. Adiós.
Adiós.
The other one going to be a
Judge.
conviction?
Convictions on both, waive fines and fees on the driver's license.
Okay.
Are we still broadcasting, Judge?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Let me go ahead. Did you?
I was going to say on the next docket, I wanted to mention something.
All right. Can I call the docket and then we can sign off and
Call the docket.
I'm going to call the docket again just to make sure.
This docket. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Make sure there's nobody else hanging on real quick.
Gotcha.
All right. Hang on for me 1 second. Nestor Barbosa. Nestor Barbosa. Christopher Bonnet. Christopher Bonnet. James Brazel. James Brazel. Paul Angelo Chavez. Paul Angelo Chavez. Kyle Wang Davis. Kyle Wang Davis. Isaiah Esquivel. Isaiah Esquivel. Ryan Phelan. Or Phelan. Ryan Phelan. Julian Garcia. Julian Garcia. Crystal Garza. Crystal Garza. Raymundo Gomez. Raymundo Gomez. Alexandria Guerrero. Alexandria Guerrero. Jonathan Hernandez Uranga. Jonathan Hernandez Uranga. Alma D. Hernandez. Alma D. Hernandez. Alce Mangihemo. Alce Mangihemo. All right, that concludes the 8:40.